Greetings and welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. How's everybody doing on this wonderful, fairly hot right here, Friday? Of course, you guys over down under, it's like definitely getting colder down that way. But anyway, how is everybody doing today? Just a brief reminder now, we'll repeat it again a couple times, but I am not live streaming tomorrow, taking the day off, so I'll be back on the live streaming on Wednesday, and we will have the news clips up, but we're not doing anything else tomorrow, so anyway. Greetings. Fife Sinclairian says, howdy. Greetings. Dorko says, Nanu. What is up with Mork and Mindy coming back? Did somebody re-release it or something? I don't get it. I saw something else show up in a feed recently, too. Anyway, 6 months after a surprising Dizzy mirror upgrade from 19.2 to 1. 19.2 to 19.1? I don't know. Mark S. Greetings. Linux Fanatic, hello to you. Alwyn Logan, hello. How are you doing? Joseph, greetings. Seems as if Manjaro is holding back updates until Sunday or Monday each week. It looks like I will be installing updates every Monday instead of Friday. Yeah, I don't know. That might be possible if you don't see anything. I know I updated my Arch yesterday, and I have a dozen or so updates to go on today as well, so... but anyway, let's see. Okay, probably still wait until Friday. Let's see. 19.3, I can report headway in fixing many bugs plaguing my particular install to the point of usability. I'll not be going instantaneously to 20. I'm guessing you're talking Linux Mint is my guess there. 3 a.m. there. It's great. There you go. 103 here today. It's hot here. I don't know how hot. I don't generally run AC. If I get a couple days in a row like this, I might turn it on. But I don't like running AC if I don't have to. Yeah, why bother? Yellow parts of Pennsylvania moved to phase 2, aka Green. Okay, yeah, we have a funny story about that. So we had, I forget the exact number breakdown, but as long as you had I think it was less than, is it 50 or 60 or something cases per 100,000 people, you move phases in reopening. And so in our county, now of course, our local congressional representatives have been the ones pushing for opening the state back up. But the local, there's 3 local commissioners have to vote. And the 3 local commissioners, despite having no cases at all here, at all, it's less than 200. And frankly, if we have 10 active cases in the entire county right now, I'd be totally shocked. And despite having no cases, they actually wanted to ask the Werewolf of Harrisburg to delay our moving to green another week. Why? To keep it closed down during the election. Well, their names leaked out, and the entire business community is like, you want to be in office tomorrow? You're going to rechange your vote. They unanimously changed it back and asked the governor to open us up to green. So we've been green a week or so. I don't know, because the people are still wearing masks like it's an actual danger out there. Like there's COVID floating around in the air. We're going to wear masks to protect ourselves. And I've just been avoiding town pretty much. I go to Amish country when it comes time to do my grocery shopping, because they just think that all this stuff is of the devil anyway. So that's kind of where we are. I got to fix my green screen again. Hold on. Are you fixing? Wow. Why are you not fixing? Wow, it's making it worse. Green screen, fix. It's still not good. Interesting. I'll have to mess with my green screen before we go on the live here. Let's see. But yes, our parts... our parts is definitely, absolutely should have been moved. Our part of the country should have never closed down. I mean, I get Philadelphia, but, and a few other surrounding areas, but not where we are. Absolutely not. AC was on 88 today, going down to 82 since I get free energy weekends. Ooh, that's cool. Free energy weekends. That's nice. Greetings from Halifax, Nova Scotia, where we just had our first day with most things reopened. Yeah, I mean, if you follow my channel enough, you know that I've been saying, yeah, in the summertime this is going to die out. Yeah, we've had 4 consecutive days of 0 cases. and our entire state cases are dropping down almost nothing. Across the country, dropping down almost nothing. It's like, people, would you wake up to the fact that this has been used as a political pawn to cause political things to happen? We should be demanding complete reopens, really. Outside of the fact that there is exactly one demographic of the population that is deeply impacted, and that is the older folks. It's crazy. It's crazy. And of course, we've forgotten all about it because, rioting and protesting in the streets. Okay, let's see. Riots and protesters finally backing off. That's good. Yeah, last week averaged less than half a case per day, and there are 3 or 4 active cases in the whole province. Yep. Any state governor who signed a lockdown order has broken their oath of office to the Constitution. I agree. All right, we're going to fix this green screen. That didn't fix it. What is up with the green screen? Green screen. Fix. There we go. That's better. All right, I think the green screen's fixed now. I'll try not to move a whole lot. Let's see. Last week, let's see. Okay, yep, we did that. All right, well, let's go ahead. Let's see. Cases went from 50 to 120 this week here, with 20 to 50 active, blaming better testing. No one is wearing masks here. Every medical professional tells me that masks don't work. Yep. Hello from Edmonton. Greetings. How is Edmonton up there? Yeah, it's interesting down here. Fortunately, I go to the store in the middle of nowhere, and they don't care because, they're the middle of nowhere. Downtown liberal hotbed state college. Holy crap. In fact, I'm really glad university was not in session, because if we had the university students here, our town would still be on fire probably. But because it was just the people who actually live here, care about downtown, they didn't actually destroy the place. They held their little peaceful protest downtown, and that was cool. And although there was somebody going around shooting up parked cars, I heard. So that's exciting. Lordy. Coded 19 cases skyrocket in Davos. Blame it on the protesters. I don't know. I mean, I'll have to look at the numbers to see. Some of the news media were trying to say the numbers were skyrocketing, and they really weren't. Because what they did is they looked at the number of cases. They did this in Montana, right? And Matt Christensen commented on it, saying, they're going, the cases went up 400%. They went from 3 cases to 5. Okay. I mean, literally, it's what? Peaceful protesters and rioters are 2 different groups of people. Yeah. And we have a curfew now. Hey. Okay. Guys, this is the end of the world is coming. That's why I have another channel that teaches you about the end of the world. All right, let's go ahead and dive on into. We will go ahead and dive on into the news. We have privacy, we have business, we have evil tech, and we have silly. And as I've been doing, we have COVID-y stuff and riot-y stuff intermingled with the news where it fits. So that is where we are. Greetings, there we go. Greetings, Moonbase Alpha Grays. I hope the aliens are doing well up there. Fort Worth lifted curfew. Good. Likes to the video, people. Yes, always appreciate the likes. Against for the green flu deal. Liberty-minded government foiling one side or the other. The green flu deal. I love it. That's the first time I've seen green flu deal. Certain entities are trying to force U.S. into martial law. Yeah, and I agree. And it's people that are opposed because they perceive that declaring a martial law is going to make the current president look bad, and then everyone will want to vote him out. And it's like, oh, God. All right, let's go ahead and dive on into the news, and we'll get into this more, I guess, in a bit. Where's my MM start? Let's get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Privacy Edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to come on by and catch the show live. Before we dump on in, if you are looking at changing your mobile service and you're just looking at other options, I switched my system over to Mint Mobile. I've had zero problems since I've done so. I think I did it around Christmas time or so. I spent about 3 months testing it, carried multiple phones with me. It worked everywhere my old version worked, and I'm saving over $700 this year. So have a look at my affiliate link there, tlm.li/mm, if you are looking for a updated phone service. So let's go ahead and dive on into the news. First and foremost, France Stop COVID tracing app is available as country reopens, but less than half of the citizens say they're actually willing to use it because, no, I really don't want this system. And I believe that theirs is one that it's not like an anonymous type system like Apple and Google. At least they're trying to be anonymous. This is not trying. Everyone has a pseudo-anonymous ID, but that ID can be linked back to a lot of different things. The data goes to the health departments and other things. So basically, it's effectively a means of tracking people. And you can kind of read through this, and it takes a slightly different approach. They started working on it before Apple and Google were working on theirs, so it runs on a different system. It's not the Apple and Google API platform, but it definitely is a read worth looking at. But again, most people are like, no, I'm not really interested in using it. Unfortunately, it is voluntary, so they're not like the Gestapo or anything. And whatever that is. All right, ransomware gangs are now auctioning off victims' confidential data. So this is the next reason to get your payout. So before the ransomware gang would just go and encrypt everything, go, nah. If you like your encryption key, you're going to pay us thousands of Bitcoins for it. And now, though, they're doing something else. They're coming in, they're making a copy of the data, encrypting what's there, and then giving a little bit of the data to the company saying, hey, we got it all. If you don't pay us, we're just going to dump all this stuff out on the blacknet. Blacknet? When's that a thing? A darknet. There you go. The blacknet, guys. It's a new thing. I promise. All right. Ransomware operators say they're auctioning off victims' confidential data in an attempt to put further pressure to pay the hefty fees for safe return. Happy Blog, a dark web site maintained by the criminals behind the ransomware known by the names Revel, Sodin, and is it Sodin Okabi, Shish Kababi, I don't know, began the online bidding process earlier on Tuesday. Previously, the group published limited details of selected victims' data and threatened to air additional confidential materials if the owners did not pay. Besides stealing the data, the group also encrypts it so it's no longer accessible to the owners. So this is yet another fun reason to make sure you have good security in place. Don't put everything out on the internet or on your servers without it not having to be there. This is why I really, really, really like the model of saying, hey, we're just not going to collect data as much as conceivably possible. That's kind of the case. But whatever that's worth. All right, hackers plan to use stolen cryptocurrency exchange data for SIM swapping. This is yet again the reminder to stop putting your phone number in things. Do not ever use your phone number as a means to secure an account. It is intrinsically unsecured. And not only that, but with everybody pushing you, add your phone number for extra security. None of these massive companies that should have a brain in their head are actually understanding the fact that a SIM swap is still a thing and it's too stinking easy to do. For crying out loud, people, stop putting stuff on a phone number. It is an insecure way. And then what's worse, somebody grabs your phone number, they can now access everything because the phone number, this is the secure way. They can go in there, grab your phone number, SIM swap it, and change every account password you have in a matter of 10 minutes. Stop putting stuff on a phone number. And these companies are coming in going, oh my, you got to put the phone number on there. Tell them, no, pick a finger, buddy, pick a finger. Maybe it's this one. I'm not going to. In fact, I actually told my bank that. They're like, oh, use your phone number. I'm like, no, I will close my account if you don't take the phone number requirement off my online account. They're like, but you can't text people money. I'm like, good. I don't want to be talking to my friend about something and accidentally send him money. If he needs money, I'll write him a stinking check. For crying out loud. All right. So anyway, all these people have their phone number on this cryptocurrency exchange, and the database was leaked, and now all of the hackers are SIM swapping and grabbing all the information and then probing all the big accounts with the massive database of phone numbers that they just stole. Isn't this awesome? How fun. How fun. So just be very careful about this. And what is this? CoinSquare. That was breached. And yeah, they got all your phone numbers. So good luck, folks. Good luck indeed. All right. This is Sam McLeod, a late edition. Thank you for this one. Customer information stolen in breach of Amtrak's guest rewards program. Yet another reason to not use guest rewards programs and things like this. I love the crashed train here. So they had a data breach. Customer information is stolen from the rewards program. News of the data breach came in a filing on Friday from Amtrak in the state of Vermont. It describes the breach involving an unknown third party gaining unauthorized access to certain guest rewards accounts. Personally identifiable information was accessed, but financial data, credit card information, social security numbers were not. So basically, it's just your name, your address, your email, things like this. And they print like, oh, your financial data wasn't accessed. Don't worry. I'm sorry, people. Your personal contact data is far more dangerous to be breached than financial data. Would these people stop downplaying these breaches because, oh, the credit card information wasn't changed? Dude, I can change my credit card number in 5 stinking minutes. I can't change my address or my phone number or my email that quickly. And I certainly can't change my name. So stop pretending like, oh, credit card information wasn't taken. Credit card information expires. For crying out loud. I'm fired up today. Why am I so fired up today? Maybe it's just like the craziness is getting my heart. It's making my heart black inside. I don't know. But anyway, this is why I don't use guest rewards programs and things. Ooh, I'm going to lose a free tank of gas. Yeah, I get an equivalent of 5 free tanks of gas because of the fact that I pay cash at the gas stations that offer a discount for paying cash. There you go. How's that sound? All right, and on to our final news, the world's stupidest lawsuit in the history of the world. As much as this is somebody suing Google, I am forced to take Google's side. Look at 2020, people. That Back to the Future meme was so true. Rule number 1, Marty, never set it to 2020. Mexico closes borders. The California left-wing liberals are buying guns. I have to agree with Elon Musk, and now I have to side with Google. Google! All right, so a lawsuit accuses Google of tracking users in incognito mode. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn on, oh wait, hold on. Do I have Chrome on this Mac? I have Chrome on this Mac. I'm going to pull up Chrome here. I'm going to see what happens if I turn on incognito mode in Chrome. I'm pretty sure it's going to give me a big window right up here at the top. If you haven't seen that big window right there, I'm going to read it for you. Of course, I just messed up my green screen. There we are. All right, it says you've gone incognito. You can now browse privately with other people who use this device and won't see your activity. However, downloads and bookmarks will be saved. Chrome won't save the following: your browsing history, cookies and site data, information entered in forms. Your activity might still be visible for websites you visit, your employer or school, and your internet service provider. Okay, that has been on Chrome and every other web browser for a long time. Since when did incognito mode mean private? This is the moronacy of many people. Like, oh, it's still tracking me. Of course it is. It just told you it's still tracking you, for crying out loud. All right, so it's seeking $5 billion in damages, of course. A proposed class action lawsuit accusing the company of violating federal wiretap laws by tracking users' online activities when they are in incognito mode. The complaint says the tech giant uses tools like Google Analytics, Google Ad Manager, smartphone and PC applications, as well as website plugins to monitor users, even if they don't click on Google-supported ads. It also says that millions who went online in Chrome's incognito mode since June 1st of 2016 have likely been affected. Google tracks and collects consumer data. It's like, okay, you know who I think filed this lawsuit? I know you guys have heard the expression, there is no stupid question, ask your questions. I vehemently disagree because I was in college, okay? I was in college and we were taking a environmental studies class. So, you know, the precursor to environmentalism, whatever. And we're discussing the concept of a carrying capacity. If you've never heard of that term, a carrying capacity is the number of organisms that an ecosystem can sustain. That's what it's defined as. Person raises their hand. Yes, the teacher says. How many people can the Earth hold before it starts moving in space? Education major. That person might be teaching your children. I think that person has filed this lawsuit. That's all I have to say, guys. Let me know your thoughts to this article, the other articles, and let me know if I need like blood pressure medication or something in the comments down below. Oh boy, that was fun. I'm fired up today. I don't know why I'm so fired up today, but that was fun. I had a good time. You guys have a good time? Was that good or was that crazy? Just let me know. All right. Let's see. UK, we've been told to wear masks on public transport from June 15th onward. Oh, boy. Oh, the new normal. The new normal. Yeah. Okay. Still deciding on whether to protest it if have fun with it. Okay. Get inside the phone and disconnect the Bluetooth. Simple fix. There you go. About NASA's use of Linux for the spaceship. Well, I mean, NASA uses Debian is what's used on the space station. If they ever use Windows 10, they'd be forced to update in the middle of launching a spaceship. Yeah. About COVID trackers, I won't carry my phone anymore. Left it at home for the last month or two as I figure they already violating your privacy and collecting your data. Yeah, if nothing else comes, man, my next phone, if I get another phone, is going to be a flip phone, things like that. I don't know. COVID-19 season, riot season, hurricane season, and now ransomware season. Hey, 2020 already. That's right. Antifa and Black Bloc cover here. All right. Okay. Dister hopping instead of planet hopping. Great. All right. One of the same for the most part. Like it wasn't hot enough. I know. Why not? There's Linux. There's solution. But there's Windows 10. There's disaster. Sometimes you have no choice but to use a phone number for work-related things. Well, yes and no in a way. It depends on what you are doing with the work-related things and what they're doing. If they're trying to tell you, hey, you have to use the phone number for this banking account, go in and talk to your HR and say, I'm sorry, I have a religious exception to this because I don't want to be worried at night to think about somebody SIM swapping and give them a boatload of SIM swapping hack articles. Say, find another solution for security because this phone number you think is me may not be me. There's a thought. See, we have to take stances in these things, people. It's the only way to do it, to have pushback. When I went to the bank and they're like, we want your business, I went to the bank and I said, if you do not remove this phone number requirement, I will close my accounts immediately. They listen. They listen. Because this town has about 100 banks. I can just as easily go to the bank across the street, buddy. Who wants my business? And that's the reality of it, is we have to do pushback. You have to be bold enough to do pushback and then follow through if they don't. Who wanted me to verify me with a phone number a month ago? So I just started a new account. Yeah, I think but you can also verify, like, that's not necessarily utilizing a text. If you go in and say it's a work number or a home number, not a mobile number, they verify that you can access the phone number via a phone call. But that's not the same thing I'm talking about where it ties the phone number into your account. That's what I'm talking about. Old fart that retired a few years ago. Always carried my phone for safety reasons, but not anymore. Figured if I have to carry it somewhere, it'll be off with the battery out of it. Yeah. Or if you have one that you can't remove the battery out of it, just throw it in a tinfoil box. Seeing with Musk versus Gates is a limited move against the picture. Yeah. Microsoft wants to screw your systems to buy a new PC, and they make money off you. Yeah. Fired up because it's a strawberry moon tonight. Oh boy. Yeah, I am a lizard person. I don't know. Maybe that affects me more. All right. Yeah, the new Windows 10 version. I was going to talk about that in the news, but I kicked it. I had so many business news articles. I kicked that one out because it wasn't all that interesting. But yeah, there's a lot of devices that are not getting the latest Windows update. If too many people on Earth move to one side, it will tip and they'll slide off. That's what's happened to the dinosaurs. Oh, this is true. Maybe you reduce your coffee and intake pre-show. Well, you know, I did have 3 cups of coffee today instead of my usual 2. Maybe that did it. Earth is already moving through space. I know. Hello, Anna Rita. Greetings. Did riots cure COVID? I think they did. I'm pretty sure riots did cure COVID. I'm pretty sure about that. We need to all get ape suits and horses. There you go. Get Elon Musk in on the joke and greet SpaceX astronauts with Planet of the Apes style when they come back. Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. Cell phone and internet company want to go online to pay bills. And I said, no, I want my paper payment statements. Otherwise, you lose a customer. They said, we will do it. Yeah, you got to take the boldness. Got to be bold. Got to be bold. Think of Longine. Windows binary compatible Linux kernel. I don't know anything about it. What are we doing? A2. I don't know. Like, I drank extra coffee today and I'm still tired. I even took a nap this afternoon. It's weird. I don't know. Am I getting old? Went to visit a friend of mine. He was, oh man, 65 at the time. Go to his house. It's like 9 in the morning. He woke up, was up for an hour, and goes and falls asleep on the chair out on the back patio. I said, great, is this what I have to look forward to? Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the business edition. So if you want to come on by to catch the show live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays. Before we dive on in, if you are in need of a website, maybe you're building out a website for your new business, whatever else, have a look at A2 Hosting. I have my affiliate link there, tlm.li/A2H. You can get your hosting as little as $3 a month for starting with a shared server, VPS starting at $5. These ones at $5 have nothing but just the basic server, raw basic Linux server. I pay a little bit more and get a cPanel one just because of how many clients I use and things like that. So we're gonna do a dedicated server, $100. That's always fun as well. But you can have a look at the offerings that they have. They have free SSLs, a lot of good service. I've been with the company now about 2 or 3 years. I forget exactly how long I've been with them, but I've been happy with it. So let's go ahead and dive on into the news. All right, first and foremost, everyone's ordering delivery, but the apps are not making any money. They're all still running on investor capital. We talked, of course, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I forget about DoorDash. And, you know, DoorDash was selling the guy's pizzas back to him for half of what it cost him to actually make them. So he's like making money selling his own pizzas to himself. You know, they're like, it's investor money. We don't really care. And it's all just this giant mad dash to keep the prices as low as possible. See which one of them will dominate the market. So we have Uber Eats and Grubhub and DoorDash all fighting against each other. And the people that are using the services are saying, yeah, it kind of helps with some things, although the commissions keep going up and up and up. So some people that are using these services have stopped using them. From the store owner standpoint, because they're going, it's easier for me to just hire my own delivery guys, and I know I have better quality service. Basically, they're saying that the complaints went up when you were using these services because the people doing them are not necessarily as good as actual store employees might be. And but at the end of the line, after interviewing a lot of the companies here, almost every one of them is either losing money or breaking even. They're not even coming close. They're just plowing along, losing money or breaking pretty close to even. And that's kind of what we expect. I mean, you'd have to jack up your prices a whole lot more to actually justify that. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. All right, Uber can now allow you to book a $50 per hour ride, making multiple stops along the way. You can schedule a trip for up to 7 hours at a time. Like, remember how they were trying to sell you their services as, like, Lyft is much bigger on this than Uber, but the Uber's doing it to a lesser degree. They're trying to get people to renounce car ownership. Like, it costs so much money to own a car, just use our free service instead. This is all great for the people who actually want to own all the cars, lay off the people, and have an autonomous fleet where they're the only ones that own the cars. That is their end goal in mind, people. If you're using these services, that's the stuff you're supporting. Okay, you're not supporting a gig economy. You're not supporting these. The drivers are the necessary, unfortunate reality of their current business. They want autonomous vehicle fleets where they own all the stuff, and then they have actual control, and then you've renounced your vehicle. Well, now we're jumping back up to $50 an hour. So let's see. If we start doing the $50 an hour, I bet that this is going to get over your $9,000 a year to own a car, which, by the way, that's assuming that you are the average American who's lost their brain cells and is leasing or taking out these massive $400, $500 car payments on cars you can't even afford. And yeah, if you're paying out all this interest on leases and really big expensive cars that you can't actually afford, and the full insurance of it all and all this kind of stuff, yeah, you're paying $9,000. But you know what? I don't think I put $9,000 in my car the entire 10 years I've had it. For crying out loud, people. I think I dropped cash on it for like $6,000. I think I had to fix, a couple things. I don't know. I might be over 10 or 11,000 in the 10 years. I think I'm going on 11 years on my car, actually. I've spent less than $1,000 a year total on the thing. So no, I'll keep my car and my $50 an hour. Thank you, Uber. But hey, of course they're building this out as so that you can be sure you have the same guy the whole day, so that you're not getting these COVID infectees in your car with you. That's kind of what they're using to push it. Of course, I don't know if they're changing their tune to talk about something about rioters or protesters in the streets or something, burning down buildings or whatever else. I mean, sure, it might be worth $50 an hour to have someone else's car get shot up instead of mine when I drive downtown to the riot, but whatever that happens to be. Whatever. All right. Publishers sue the Internet Archive over the Open Library ebook lending. Now, I did a deep dive. If you guys are unaware, I have a channel that mostly caters to writers and authors, where I did a 10-minute deep dive into this one issue. So I'm going to link that video here. Go check out my channel. It's called Writing Done Right. We do a lot of tutorials on LibreOffice and a lot of the ins and outs of how to take a book and get it published and out into the distribution networks, all using Linux and free open source software. So that's what I do on that channel. But every now and again, we hit a news article like this, which interfaces with the authors, and I like to cover it. So what's happening here is that the Internet Archive, in response to the library shutdown, say, hey, we're just going to remove wait lists and push out copies of ebooks, irregardless of how many copies we have, with no wait lists for the duration of this pandemic. The problem is that went so afoul with copyright law that now all the big publishers are coming in, and it's very possible that if Internet Archive does not very quickly settle this, Internet Archive could very feasibly die, which would be a very tragic loss. But to be honest, they did something really stupid in doing this. It's one thing that Internet Archive has a copy of a book, scans it in, and makes a copy and distributes it, which, by the way, is already a violation of copyright, because a print book and an ebook are under completely different licenses. And unless they secure the license to use an ebook, technically they're not allowed to do that. But as long as they did it like libraries did it, the publishing companies didn't care. They looked at it and said, you know what? We don't really care. That's okay. They're lending out just like the libraries. Whatever. They didn't care. But at the point in time that the Internet Archive decided that they wanted to have one copy and just unlimited lend this out, and these were books that are still in copyright, they're still available for sale, including the ebooks. The ebooks are rentable from your library, and many libraries still have the systems in place. They went in on this without taking extra precautions. I mean, a first-year flunky lawyer would have told them this is a stupid idea. But they just went ahead with it, saying, oh, it's because of the COVID, so we're going to be okay. And the four big publishers came down and whack. And hopefully the Internet Archive will be like, okay, that was bad. They'll do a settlement out of court, and the publishers will probably drop the lawsuit at that point in time, and the Internet Archive survives, albeit they'll be smarting some wounds for a while. That's a very good probability of what'll happen if the Internet Archive has brain cells rubbing together. If they try and fight it, they are absolutely unequivocally going to lose. Now, and for you guys who are like, oh, well, stick it to the big publishers anyway. Guys, you have to understand what it takes to write a book, okay? I've been working my last science fiction novel, which was Synaptergy. It took me about 9 months to write it and get everything all produced. And then near the end, I wasn't going to meet my deadline, so I ended up hiring out $300 in extra services to pay other people to help me meet my deadlines on time, which we were able to do that. But I ended up being out $300 plus well over 500 hours of my personal time to get this book out. And if Internet Archive gets a copy of the book and says, unlimited people can rent it, that is a serious hit to my bottom line. I'm sorry, but there's a reason authors do charge money. And for the people that say, well, that's just the big publishers, they shouldn't be stealing from the authors anyway. Guys, understand that for the most part, when an author works with a publisher, it's a really good deal for the author. If you're working with a slimy vanity press, it's a bad deal and you shouldn't be using vanity press anyway. But most cases, the author keeps the copyright. The author gets a large portion of the royalties, and if you're dealing with the major publishers that these guys are dealing with, the author actually received a huge upfront payout for that book as well. This is a really good deal to work with these publishers, and Internet Archive's just turning around and just give them out for free. Blatant violation. So if they try and fight it, they're kind of foolish. So it'd be interesting to see where you're going, but if you want to see a more deeper dive on all this, I'll link the video there so you can go and watch that. All right, now on to some exciting FCC news. We have a 1, 2, 3 bang. First and foremost, if you guys did not get a chance to see this, come on, Vice, get rid of that stupid app. Thank you. So TV stations broke the law in airing an Amazon propaganda as news, many experts say. So if you didn't actually see this, what happened here is Amazon released a press release out to a whole bunch of stations, and they put together one of these composite
Millions
things.
of Americans staying at home are relying on Amazon.
Millions of Americans staying at home are relying on Amazon.
Millions of Americans staying at home are relying on Amazon.
Okay, and it goes on. Basically, Amazon says to them, hey, here's a news article for you. And they gave him footage. They told him exactly what to say. They gave him the exact script. And so all of these TV stations just reported it as is. But there's actually a little law in the FCC and in broadcast communications that says you cannot air PR as news only if the broadcaster fails to disclose where the promotional material originated. None of these said, hey, this is a press release from Amazon. They all reported it as news. So this is basically running afoul of Section 317 of the Communications Act. And basically it's like, hey, we're going to pay you guys. Here's the script. Here's the video. Here's all this kind of stuff. Where's the FCC? Sipping some coffee out of the Reese's mug, apparently. All right. And on to the next one. This is kind of an update. We did actually talked about this a while back. But if you remember this one, Frontier was literally charging users a rental fee if they had their own modem because they said, well, it costs us to support their own device. Which, by the way, their trademark says we don't support your own device. But because of all of the lockdowns, the FCC issues a 6-month delay on banning rental fees for equipment that customers own. So the FCC is out to lunch, completely out to lunch. They're like, 6-month delay, you can keep collecting that payment. So now a whole lot of people are going to be paying Frontier an extra 6 months rental fees for equipment that they own. People, it is about time to completely disband the FCC and completely take Frontier, strip every executive of all of their assets, close the company down, sell it to someone else, and distribute the assets among all of their customers who have been cheated. Come on, guys. This is so blatantly wrong. And the FCC, who's supposed to be standing up and actually doing something about this, is doing nothing. Sipping some coffee from his Reese's mug. So, yeah, we're not going to get into that any further. But, yeah, well, actually, let's look at their quote. As the nation tackles the COVID pandemic, multi-channel video programming distributors and providers of fixed broadband internet services are among the entities that integrate Commission's ongoing nationwide effort to keep Americans informed. So these service providers may focus their resources on critical effort. We provide additional flexibility and providers to fix their broadband internet services to fulfill their obligations. Yeah, they fulfill their obligations by not cheating people and robbing people by charging them fees for things that we hadn't seen. All right, now, are you guys ready? Because in this microwave culture where we still think, like, remember when as soon as the net neutrality was repealed and the very next day, Asia Shut Your Pie Hole did that cringeworthy video, oh, look, I can still snap my Instagram. Oh, look, I get all these. As if changing a law instantly changes everything overnight. And half the people, like most of the world's completely forgot about net neutrality, especially half your towns are burning to the ground. So what's going on here now is that we're finally seeing it. The first case, HBO Max will not hit AT&T's data caps, but Netflix and Disney Plus do. This, people, is what we were warning you about. Here it comes. This is the first one. Where's the FCC? Still sipping coffee from the Hershey's mug, not doing nothing. This is what happens in a world without net neutrality. You're on AT&T. Hey, you got data caps now. I'm really sorry about your Netflix and Disney. That counts against your data cap. But HBO doesn't. You should buy HBO instead. This, people, is exactly what we've been telling you about. This is the first case, and I promise you, after about 3 to 6 months, this is not going to do anything. Everyone's going to get momentarily outraged. No one's going to do anything. Nobody's going to say anything. And in about 1 year's time, you're going to start to see all of the big ISPs start catering to their own individual groups of streaming services. You're going to have no data caps for one streaming service. You're going to have data caps for another streaming service, unless you want to pay more to release the data cap on the other streaming service. This is what's coming on down the pipeline. Of course, since we don't have choices in who our ISP is, because we have what's called a monopoly in my city, I will have to be, if I use streaming services at all, which I don't, I will have to be, basically forced onto whatever streaming service that my ISP wants me to have. Interesting. This is what we were warning about. It doesn't happen overnight. This is it first starting to show up. So, with that, let me know your thoughts to this and the other articles in the comments down below. Alrighty. Hey, pizza showed up. Greetings, pizza. Alright, let's see. A question on the rioting. Who's paying for their destruction? It's generally the store owners. They're like, what's the insurance companies? No, it's not. The insurance companies are like, I'm sorry, this happened in the middle of a riot. We don't cover riots. So it's going to be the store owners, which, never mind. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to open that can of worms. I'm opening enough cans of worms here. I don't need to open another one. Coronavirus has been around for centuries. Studies are planning to realize that vaccines have possibly made viruses worse. Probably. Yeah. Insurance? Probably not. Like sometimes, and my wife says, Anna, my old wife already did not pay off to marry you. Yeah. Riot insurance is not on 99.9% of all policies today. What do you think of Elon Musk's proposal to break up Amazon? I haven't seen Elon Musk's proposal to break up Amazon. Just got from a 3-hour nap, 66.5, and yes, this is what you have to look forward to. All right. A local restaurant was selling food for $5, just enough to pay bills and stuff. There you go. Earth will have to wear a mask from June 15th. They're quarantined in Gemini. Oh, boy. In the end, it will all be Taco Bell. I'm telling you, we should do this poll. Which society are we moving closer to? Are we moving closer to the Demolition Man Society or the Blade Runner Society? Which society? Like, right now, like, this shifts. Right now, I'm leaning towards the Blade Runner Society, I'm leaning towards the Demolition Man Society. Especially it's like, did you guys see the article? It's obviously not in here. It's not family friendly, but a Harvard study came out saying when you are engaged in sexual intercourse, please wear a mask. As if other bodily exchanges are not going to spread the virus. I mean, that was a component of Demolition Man, was it not? Oh, no, touch is strictly forbidden. Wear a mask? Well, never mind. Oh, Amazon here in Canada certainly needs to be taken down a peg. They are still worth price gouging in the rough spot. Yep. Amazon takes local businesses everywhere. Yeah, I didn't see his comments. I own a car and it's paid off 10 years now. That's fine. We have money in the bank, unlike most people. Yep. Amazon and Whole Foods and Microsoft uses prison labor force. Yeah, love cooking at home, listening to classical music with the wife while I pinch her butt. Ew. Are you doing it with a gloved hand though? Come on. Greetings, pizza. Why not make Creative Commons no greater than 10 years maximum? Yeah, I mean it depends on the copyright stuff. I like the copyright up to like 5 to 10 years after death, but that's like 50, 60, 70, 100 years after death. It's nonsense. Thanks Disney. But, if I write a book, I should own the copyright for the duration of my lifetime plus a little bit of extra time, Internet Archive has a few books I was looking for, and there certainly are wait lists for them. Maybe they change their minds and switch back. It's possible. I haven't checked lately. Okay, you have credit at your bank. Currency deposits have long gone. In years, you have other projects you're making money on. Well, I mean, the thing is, though, is that it's not like after 10 years I have other projects I should be making on. It's that after 10 years, like, if I publish my own book, the copyright should last at least my lifetime. I don't think it should last 50 years beyond my lifetime, but I think it should last at least my lifetime. I think that is certainly fair. And that way it's my lifetime and then my heirs have 10 years to figure something out before it goes away. That's what I think would make more sense. Yeah, you missed a lot of ranting and raving. A lot of local stations refuse to run that one from Amazon. Yeah. Bank deposits are not such. They become loans to the bank, which extend your credit to your deposit. If the bank goes under, depositors are the last priority creditors. Yeah. So Amazon is trying to brainwash the public. Yep. Millions of Canadians staying at home found out that Amazon is unreliable at best, as well as the worst of the companies. I have to defend Amazon on one thing. As I pushed out my new book, I am going to get my Amazon printed copies of my book way before my distributor copies of my book, because Amazon's distribution system. So my ones from Amazon have actually already been shipped. I should see them Monday or Tuesday. And my ones from my printing distributor, I don't even think they're printed yet. So whatever that's worth. FCC crap. Yeah. FCCC rap. How'd you guys like to see Asia Pie rap? That'd be fun, right? As long as Amazon press releases, they can be classified as government propaganda. Yep. Second that, JB does not need any of our money. Yep. Okay. When I switch my internet plan to unlimited plan, the company says, if you don't pay the modem rental, I say, of course not. It's already included in the unlimited plan. There you go. Got HBO Max so I can watch it on data. Woohoo! Curb your enthusiasm. Amazon story reminded me of when I wanted to read about Musk wanting an Amazon breakup because Amazon blocked a self-published book or something. Yeah, I've never had a book blocked by Amazon, but you never know. You never know. I mean, especially my genre. I mean, I have a sneaky suspicion that in my individual genre, I could possibly make a book that they would not like. I mean, Nestle's, not Hershey's. Nestle's is worldwide. No, Hershey's. Hershey's all the way. Hershey's as a company has done so many amazing things. Nestle basically is just raping the landscape wherever they go. I pay more for Hershey products over Nestle's. Okay, why are we just now outraged? Let's see. Whoa, all right. Last I looked, Newegg doesn't sell medical supplies or food. Of course, Amazon put themselves out in the running too. I found myself local. Had only slightly raised prices, and Amazon are still waiting. Yep. Okay, watching now, number has got to be broken. I'm at 47 is what I'm showing. Okay, when the internet is free and they provide computers, then they can do as they please. There you go. World Bank's money. Yep. Hello, Steve. Greetings, greetings. Taco Bell for fine dining. Yep. Demolition Man. There you go. Restaurant across the street from me closed due to COVID. Ooh, that's not good. Saudi we are getting close to right now is 9-inch nails. Yeah, you told me about that. I'll have to listen to that. It's Murder, Death, Kill Society, yeah. 2000 AD Judge Dredd Society is closest, I think. Yeah, okay. I'll have to watch Judge Dredd. I'm not even 100% sure I've seen all of Demolition Man either. Masks aren't allowed in Taco Bells. If masks are not allowed in Taco Bells, I'm going to Taco Bell. Epic. People would pretend to be kissing by wearing a mask. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to find a portal to another planet and slowly remove the people that work to that planet where they can still do what they want. Wait, that reminds me of a movie. Wearing a mask during love making would be like having a muffler in your car hinders in performance. See where somebody in authority said that two people staying together couldn't have the horizontal boogie if they weren't married. I think that counts as family bubble. Well, you know what's hilarious is now finally all these people are the people that are telling all of us Christians for years that you can't possibly teach abstinence are now telling people to have abstinence. Well, thanks for coming around our side. Mask and love makings. What does that have to do with it? Plus the sun. Summer. Yeah. Okay, COVID-19 is not sexually transmitted. It could be. Who knows? We don't know. Trouble is that if you connect copyright to lifetime, the corporations have motive to kill you off. Well, not necessarily. Who's going to kill me off for the rights to my books, you know? I mean, I own the publishing company. Type O blood people have less chances of catching COVID-19 than other blood types, supposedly. Nestle's taken over most Swiss chocolate companies. It's all artificial gunk. Yeah. Taco Bell's a good place to take your date, unless she's cheap. Yeah, there you go. John Spartan is running for president in 2020. Could it be? Which one's John Spartan? He's not the crazy transhumanist, is he? All right. Let's go and dive on over into our next topic. We have evil tech. Evil tech is next. Where's my evil tech? There's my evil tech. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Evil Tech Edition. What type of evil tech is coming? Well, if you end up writing or need any type of service that will check your writing for you as you go, I like Pro Writing Aid. I don't like Grammarly as much. Their initial privacy policy is not particularly good. That's gotten a lot better, but Pro Writing Aid is actually the one that I use. I'm very happy with it. If you use my affiliate link, tlm.li/PWA, then you can actually get a 20% off a yearly or a lifetime subscription for the service, so you can go ahead and give that a try. Let's go ahead and dive on into the news. Amazon will no longer support the Echo Look, encourages owners to recycle theirs. Like, stop getting all of these IoT devices. They just kill them at the end, and then what happens? Oh, recycle theirs. Hey, Amazon, why don't you pay me to recycle it? Well, I mean, or you could just keep it around for nothing and just throw it in the trash can. You know what we should do? We should all just throw them in the trash can, just be like, of course, don't do that. That's bad. But just to say, hey, Amazon sold us these things, and not even a year later, they're completely killing these things, despite they still work, except they shut down the whole service. This is why you don't want to be using these types of services, people. Please, stop using these types of services, for crying out loud. But it is dying. All the servers are dying, so basically nothing on the thing will work at all. They do have a link that you can go and you can recycle yours, I guess. You can send it back to Amazon to recycle it. Of course, you can download all your stuff off of it, I think until like July 24th, I think. So go ahead and back up all your stuff before July 24th, erase the thing, and then send it back to Amazon if you so dare. Of course, there's probably some hidden black box. This was all just a ploy, right? Where's my hat? This is this black box ploy to get you to send all this private data, and all of this stuff is perpetually recorded, and they're just gonna have it and dig through it all. No, that's a conspiracy theory, with no basis. That was just fun. All right, BBC now has a new voice assistant for Beeb. This is called Beeb. BBC says Beeb. So it's basically like Siri and which was the Samsung one? Was it Pixby? I don't know, whatever. I think it's dead now. Is that Samsung one die? They have the Google. Of course, we have, hey, Alexa, ordering unicorn meat. Confirm. There you go. So make sure that you have that. But we have yet another thing, listening to our voice, collecting the samples, analyzing it with AI, determining what you said. Oh, by the way, if it makes you feel comfortable, this is backed by Microsoft's Azure and Microsoft technology. So who knows what they're going to be doing with it, but why not? Why not, indeed. All right, new mom reviews 2 smart breast pumps. That's right, people. We now have smart breast pumps. We live in a world with smart breast pumps. I'm going to fix these bad boys. Whoa, did you get some surgery? No, it's just my smart pumps. And of course, the smart pumps connect to Android and iOS apps. So you can get on here and you can track your flow through the app. You can collect all of your stuff there. You can just kind of slip it right in, so you can be pumping right there at work without sitting next to a thing. Oh, look at this lady here. She's sitting there, I guess, writing in her diary, having a cup of coffee with the pump going on. And look at this. She's analyzing the usage on the app. So, like, the baby's over here. She's like, nah, never mind the baby. I got the pumps working right now. So she analyzes all these. So, oh, look at this guy. 2.5 ounces total, 1.2 ounces total. Oh, this is the left, this is the right. We got the left and the right, so we got all this kind of stuff. Yeah, you were kind of tell. I was thinking about putting this in the Sillyville section, but I don't know. The smart breast pumps that tie up and attach your flow to somebody else's corporate servers. The latest thing to throw up into the cloud. Okay. All right. Huawei now has a temperature-taking smartphone. So they're putting an IR temperature reader in here, so you can go up and you're walking down the street and someone does it. You're like, ooh, he might have the coof. You take out your phone, you right onto the guy's forehead, and it'll be like 36, 36, 36, 37, 37, 37.2, and it'll say coof, 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 coof across the screen. No. But anyway, the Huawei phone, the envy of all, can now take your temperature. So that's exciting. Yet another sensor being put into the phones. Okay, maybe this might be a good idea. Maybe not. I don't know. Just let me know. Let me know what you think. Oh boy, Walmart. Walmart employees are out to show how its anti-shoplifting AI doesn't work. So the self-checkout line used to work with the scales there. So you might have some of the scale ones where you'd scan the item, you'd be like, and you'd put it down there, or maybe you put your Your bag's there, and it's like, unexpected item in the baggage area. Unexpected item in the baggage area. Or worse, you scan something, set it down there, unexpected item in the baggage screen. And I want to punch the screen. Okay? So the reality is that was kind of annoying. So they're like, we got this. We're going to implement now an AI system instead. So now you have an AI system that's watching with all these cameras, and this is supposed to better capture all of the, it's supposed to better capture everything you're doing. But the Walmart employees actually demonstrated all sorts of ways that you can cheat the system. So if you have one of these that's utilizing the AI system instead of the weight scanner system, you can actually do fun things with this. So if you stack the two items, if you have two unique items, because the camera apparently is only over top. So you stack the two items, scan it, put it in the bag, the computer will only register the one of them. Kind of fun, isn't it? But anyway, their new technology here, they're talking about there's some false positive. Video isn't definitive proof that Everseen, it's called Everseen, it's not frightening. Everseen technology doesn't work as well as advertised, but the existence speaks to the level of frustration felt by the group of anonymous Walmart employees and the lengths they went to prove their objections had merit. Like, why, Walmart employees, did you go through all of this hassle to try and tell your company that these things don't work well? I don't get it. I don't know. But anyway, it is what it is. And on to our last one. Hello and welcome. Robot waiters to rescue amid virus. So apparently now some stores are having these waiters that'll come on by and they'll have like video stuff, but they'll come by, you can put your plates on the tray, they'll take your dirty plates back to the dishes, they'll come out and grab the drinks for you, they'll come out and put your food out. Of course, they don't do the distributing, it's basically just a remote control guy that you put the plate there, you run the thing to the table, somebody comes by, grabs it. But the other thing that the article mentions is the things will be able to measure how far people are apart. If you are not 1.5 meters apart, it's going to come and tell you a piece of your mind because you are not social distancing, people. All right, you got to get out there and social distance. So yeah, the new robot tech's coming. It's coming to a restaurant near you. You guys, let me know. Does this give you Star Wars vibes? Do you want to, like, I don't want to see this thing until it actually can come by and I can interact with it and it actually has arms and will pass stuff out to me. And then the next question, do you tip the thing? Oh, yes, I'm going to tip you by putting a $5 bill on your tray for the guy out back who's doing nothing but sitting there with a remote control. I don't know. It breaks down the etiquette because this is a depersonalizing thing. I wouldn't tip one of these robots. It's too depersonalizing. I tip the person, not the service. What do you guys think about this? Is this neat? Is this not neat? Is this creepy? Is it not too far? Is it just whatever? Let me know in the comments down below. Alrighty, we got Sillyville left. That's what we got left. We got Sillyville left. Alrighty. Okay, Joe Biden will win in 2020. I doubt it. I don't even know if Joe Biden's going to be alive for the 2020 election. Swapping spit, you're going to get the virus. Engaging in intercourse, you're probably going to get the virus. Title of book, Amazon blocked. Unreported truths about COVID-19 and lockdowns. Interesting. Yeah. Hey, maybe that's why, guys, I haven't promoted it for a while, but I actually do have a science fiction novel. It's a novelette. It's a science fiction short story called Lockdown, and it's completely free. I don't even collect emails or things, and it's free to distribute as well. So you can head on over to worldwarepress.com/lockdown. I dropped that there in the comments there. You can come on down here. You can read section 1. So there's your section 1 there, and you can actually just go ahead and download it here, and all it is you're going to get a zip. The zip file is going to contain a PDF and an EPUB, and I think I might have a Mobi in there as well. I don't know. Let me open this up in the archive manager and see what I got. Yes, we do have a Mobi. So we have a Mobi, we have a PDF, we have an EPUB file, and I have instructions on how to put the how to put it on your Amazon device if you want to. But you can go ahead if you're like all frustrated and you want to read a short story. It's completely free. Go ahead and download my lockdown book and enjoy it. Enjoy it. And while you're over there at WorldWare Press, you can actually get information on Synaptergy as well, which is my full-length novel. This one's not free. This one's not free to distribute, but you can head on over to the website, which is synaptergy.com. I actually have a banner for that. Woohoo! There we go. I got a banner for Synaptergy. There you go. In fact, maybe I'll just start with the this for the next section. May as well, right? So you can actually, I'm trying to update the links as I can. I'm going to update the links again this weekend, but these are the places that I know of where you can get it already. Just check whatever favorite online bookstore you have. It should be there in either print or ebook version, or audiobooks are starting to roll out now as well. So you can go ahead and go on over there. You can sign up on the newsletter. You can read the first chapter, or actually you can listen to the first section of the book. The first 5 minutes of the book you can listen to right here as well. So you can head on over there to synaptergy.com or tlm.li/s or WorldWare Press, where you can grab Synaptergy or Lockdown, and Lockdown is completely free. So we're just going to go ahead and keep that up there. We'll go ahead and start the hold on, what do I need to do here? I need to do that. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Okay, let's see. Snake Plissken for president? All right. Did not comply with Amazon's guidelines, according to author. Yeah. And honestly, I don't know what guidelines they're talking about. I didn't get it yet, and I know anyone who has. Yeah. A big pastor in our church got it. The pastor of the big mega church in our church got it. In our town got it. Is that comforting? Hey, here's an argument against mega churches, right? I want pie now, thanks. Drives me crazy how people good money for privilege of being spied on. Yeah, how people pay good money for the privilege of being spied on. That's right. I don't even know my blood type. I need a home blood kit. Yeah, I don't remember my blood type either. Recycle it for a surveillance device for your local government. Yeah. Hey Alexa, when will you stop being greedy? I don't buy smart devices. Either the network connections could break the app updates or become unsupported. Yep. How did we all survive this long without the smart breast pumps? I know. Imagine the telemetry data you can get from those smart breast pumps. Join the military. They'll give you a dog tag with it on it. There you go. Found out my blood type by donating a pint to Red Cross years ago. I'm O, but I can't remember if I'm RH positive or negative. It's all in my medical records. Remote robots to spread COVID-19 without trying it. Robot waitresses are already commonplace in Japan. There you go. Why does my waitress look like Rosie the maid? Fireworks shows during the 4th of July will force people to sit in their cars. Yeah, I think we have the top 10 fireworks display in the country in our town, and I don't think we're having it this year. They've canceled our arts festival. Like all of the stuff that, you know, makes State College cool in the summer. They've canceled it all. State College has been canceled this summer. They should save a step and outfit the bots with cattle prods to keep us all in line. Social distance, social distance, social distance. Robots will make great target practice in the riots. Yeah. Way in the future, robots will take over the world. Dehumanizing and takes jobs. Creepy Joe has a few screws loose. Lockdown is really good. Well, thank you. Thank you, Mark. All right. The guys that read Synaptology said Synaptology is really good too. All right. There's already one hitch robot that made it across Canada, Netherlands, and Germany that was beheaded in Philadelphia. Yep, that's right. No, they were not protests. It was just two thugs. This thing traveled all around the world, lands in the United States. The first night it's in the United States, in Philadelphia, it's decapitated, mugged, and left for dead on the side of the road. Welcome to the city of brotherly love. Phone numbers, voice recognition, credit cards. People, wake up, man. Rumor going around that he was forced out of the office and everyone move up a position. Yep. Hello from Chile. Is it Chile or Chile? What's the correct pronunciation? Pronunciation 1, Chile. Pronunciation 2, Chile. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Which way is correct according to you? All right. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and jump on down into our Sillyville, shall we? Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Sillyville edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you want to catch the show live. And before we jump on in, my new science fiction novel, Synaptology, is starting to roll out. You can head on over to the website, synaptology.com or tlm.li/s, and you can find out all of the places where you can pick it up. I am rolling this out to all of the global, worldwide online bookstores, so anywhere where you buy books, wherever you happen to be, you should be able to find a copy. I'm updating this list as I can, and wherever I find a new place to pick up the book, and I will specify where you can get the book or which formats it's available in those locations. You can grab the newsletter over here, or if you want to, you can listen to the first 5 minutes of the book down here on the bottom of the page. Just go ahead and click the little blue play button up here on SoundCloud, and you can go ahead and have a listen. So on to the Sillyville news of the day. Samsung launches a $2,000 rotating TV in the United States for smartphone-loving millennials. Take me now! Just take me now! Why? Why on earth would you do this to yourself? Why? Is he rotating the TV? Okay. Back in, we talked about this before. They unveiled a TV that was very different that rotates 90 degrees so users can watch smartphone content in its native portrait mode. Now the television is available for $2,000. Hey, I can get a Librem 5 phone or a rotating millennial safe TV. I don't know. Are you a customer? Let me know in the comments down below. Give me the pros and the cons down there. All right. Dallas police asked for public videos of protesters. It didn't go well. Okay. Public service announcement to you, government officials. Don't put up a hotline for people to send you information. You're going to get more human anatomy than you want to see. Okay? You're going to get a whole lot of things you don't want to see. Of course, they got so inundated very quickly, their server crashed down, just like New York's snitch line crashed down. What did they mostly get? K-pop videos. Go figure. I don't know. Of course, that's just torture. All these things feed into a central location where you have to search these guys out, see if they're valid. Guys, anytime that you're asking for users of the world to submit to you photos via a smartphone app, stop asking. You're not going to like what you get. It's not going to be a valid service. I mean, really. Dallas, what are you doing? I think Dallas has lost its ever-loving mind. If any police department has made an argument for having issues that need to be solved, it might be Dallas. I mean, ever watch A&E SWAT? Of course, they start the Dallas SWAT. I think they have another one in, like, is it Kansas or something? Kansas City SWAT. They go on these, you know, these BA police shows and all these things. Of course, they start out with all suspects are innocent until proven guilty, which is why you blasted through their house with a tank, threw in a flashbang grenade, and jumped in with assault rifles, and you're wondering why people are rioting in the streets. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You stop doing that, and people wouldn't have much to complain about, now would they? Oh, but still, like a cavity in my tooth that I can, it still hurts. I have to watch every show that comes out on YouTube. I'm compelled to continue to watch these SWAT guys burst down people's houses in no-knock warrants with full military gusto to take down a pothead. That's why people are rioting in the streets, folks. For the most part, police stations don't do what Dallas does. I mean, really. Just a thought. Don't worry, guys. We're going to yell at the rioters, too. I am an equal opportunity offender around here. All right, I'm just sitting on the sidelines, laughing about all this. I know where I'm going, and this might be the end times. Get yourself right with the Lord. All right, Americans are drinking bleach and dunking food into it to prevent COVID-19. Okay, the first thing is, guys, unless you're like over 65 with multiple comorbidities, COVID-19 is not that dangerous. And by the way, for all you YouTube mods, that's according to the Centers for Disease Control. Last week, it was 2 weeks ago, I think. It was May 20th was the last update I saw. They might have a new update by now. They released the Centers for Disease Control here in Atlanta, Georgia. Not here where I am. I'm in State College. But in the United States, in Atlanta, Georgia, they released their epidemiology report, which basically said from 0 to 60, death rate is less than half of the flu. It's slightly more than half of the flu, excuse me. Which, by the way, is infinitely safer for the flu because the flu has a beginning tail of death as well. 50 to 65, it jumps up to right about the flu. And from 65 up, it's about 3 or 4 times the flu. Americans, please stop dipping stuff in bleach. It's not safe for you. Okay, unless you're 60 or above 65, you don't have a lot to worry about. Oh boy, go look at your facts. For all these people like, we're following the science, not the politics. Well, then follow the science, for crying out loud. All right. Thanks, Sam McLeod, for this late-minute edition. Apparently here in Pennsylvania, in Warren area and in Newcastle area, there were several power outages that were caused by drive-by graduation parties. If there's ever a reason to end the lockdowns and allow people to go and have graduation parties, it's to prevent this from happening. So people were going by in parade format, throwing balloons out their cars as a graduation party for their friends' houses who have graduated. You do that with little rubber balloons, not a lot of problem. I mean, Greta might say, how dare you? But if you do this with metal balloons, they get caught on power lines and short circuit things and blow fuses and cause major power outages. So all across Pennsylvania and maybe other places as well, power outages were caused by people leaving metal helium balloons up into the sky. So there you go. There's a thought. All right, now on to the looters. We've already talked about how stupid the police can be. Now let's talk about how stupid the looters can be. Now, you guys that went out and did your peaceful protests and all you did is held some signs and said, hey, we need to do something. Hey, kudos to you. I'm very happy that you guys went out and hopefully you left the places cleaner than you started it in, and you did your little signs and you had your little protests and you went home, and I'm all for that. For all you morons who went out and set buildings on fire in your own community and put your own people out of work, Would you guys please crawl under a rock somewhere and leave society alone for the rest of us? But these guys are so much idiots, they don't even realize that derpy phones can be tracked. And they were going in there, and the highest priority stores were the Apple stores. So they go in there, smash all the windows, take the iPhones back. I got me my new free iPhone. Yeah, the iPhones, by the way, on display, all you looters who apparently don't have 3 brain cells rubbing together. These guys actually have software on them that if they leave the presence of the iPhone store, they lock themselves and then they turn on a homing beacon so everyone can find them. Now, of course, because every company is going woke crazy, they're probably going to be looking at these going, we'll turn these on because these peaceful protesters, they're just oppressed. I hope that doesn't happen, but it very well might, and it wouldn't surprise me in our current scene. But Apple has long used anti-theft measures, and so the looters who stole Apple devices from stores, they might be coming to find their Apple devices, so go and probably put them in your neighbor's backyard or something. I don't know. Or, hey, why don't you send them back to the store or whatever else. So individuals with phones allegedly looted from Apple stores found that the phones... Okay, guys, okay, I understand the term for allegedly, but if a phone was taken from the Apple store and it says this, it wasn't allegedly looted, okay? It was factually looted. But anyway, I digress. Individuals with iPhones allegedly looted from Apple stores found that phones were automatically disabled and had messages like the following. Please return to Apple Walnut Street. This device has been disabled and is being tracked. Local authorities will be alerted. Of course, you're asking for the disbandment of the police, so I don't know who's going to show up, but you know. Anti-theft measures are not Apple's only focus among civil unrest. Bloomberg required a memo sent by Apple CEO Tim Cook to employees that constitute the company's official response to killing of George Floyd. Among other things, they wrote, the painful past is still present today, not only the form of violence, but an everyday exposure to deeply rooted discrimination. We see in our criminal justice system disproportionate toll of black on brown communities and inequalities in neighborhood services and education our children receive. While laws have changed, reality is their protections have not. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. I disagree with this, okay? If you want a deeper explanation, maybe I'll say that. But I've been in the North, I've been in the South, I've been in the East, I've been in the West. And yes, there's a couple of scumbags out there who are actually racist. I have not seen evidence of this deep-rooted racism all over the country. Maybe that's my white privilege talking, but who knows, right? He added, today Apple's making donations to a number of groups, including, I think I accidentally cut this article. It was supposed to be in there, and I'm remembering it now. Including Equal Justice Initiative, a nonprofit committed to challenging racial injustice. Okay, that one's fine. Ending mass incarceration and protecting human rights. Okay, the article I was thinking about was there's actually a bunch of companies calling like, hey, you need to support this fund to get the protesters out of jail. Bail out the protesters. No, people, these were not protesters. These were looters and rioters. We don't need to donate money to get thugs back on the streets. Okay? We just don't. Okay? If you went out there and you're in a peaceful protest and you're holding a sign, awesome. Good for you. You're practicing your constitutional rights. If you're busting down windows and stealing stuff, go to jail for a while, please. Please. Very interesting. But, for all of this, I mean, I don't know. Let me you guys think about all this kind of stuff. I realize this is kind of weird. I realize we're in a divisive time in our society, but the reality is if we all just sit down and calm down a little bit, we wouldn't be in these issues. We wouldn't be in these problems, but there's just too much evidence of too many people intentionally inciting riots all over the place that, to me, our cities are being burnt down, and that's a bad thing. Because you're putting a lot of people out of work who are not corporatists, who are simply small business owners, who are just trying to make make our world a better place. And all you're doing is just destroying their livelihoods. So we just need to calm down and chill out and all this kind of stuff. So those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on all these in the comments down below. All right. What's Samsung smoking? I don't know. Neutral on the left-right thing, but appalled at how candidates keep getting worse. Yeah. Stupid rotating TV, phones work sideways. Yeah. Second pronunciation of Chile is correct. So it's Chile. I think I said that right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. It's idiotic and it'll sell like hotcakes. Yeah. Police vehicles were set on fire in Dallas, yeah. Long and tall screens will kill the widescreen newscasters. Anyone dumb enough to poach snitch line deserves to be swamped with the spam you're going to throw at it. K-pop videos are... Oh, are they? I don't know. I have no idea what K-pop videos are. What are K-pop videos? Apparently, I'm completely ignorant. I thought it was some type of music. I don't know. Apparently, I'm totally ignorant on this. Bleach is more dangerous than a disease. Yep. Some popular in other South American countries, but I wish I was. When I was in San Diego, I saw mostly Windows users. Ooh, I hear gunfire here in the city. It was a 12-round clip. There you go. About the bleach, shush, and let the shallow end of the gene pool eliminate themselves. Maybe we could just do that. All right, now selling gelled bleach dip for your food, bleach flavored society videos. Grad parties should be banned. Oh boy. Yeah, stealing tracked electronics devices cracks me up. Smart TVs should have anti-theft technology. Those people who were riding were shipped from out of state in most cases. Interesting. Backroom, you idiots. All right. Digital low jack for your TV then. Few things that justify that looting by saying the economy is failing and people can't get food on the plate. Not that I support it, but how on earth is startling iPhones even justified? Yeah, like I'm not going to get mad at somebody who steals a loaf of bread to feed their family. Okay? It's a television. It's a phone. You know, better spoiled Ivy League classmates out smashing things tonight. When they don't have enough real problems in life, they invert fake problems. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Antifa's behind the riots. That's what seems to be the case. There's been some interesting video evidence that could be the case, but I don't know for sure. You're back from eating cake. Did you not bring me some cake? Ooh. Go eat some cinnamon rolls, but I already ate them all. Oh, probably nodded off for 3 hours. There you go. Got a gun collection together. I'm sure I'll have lots of suitors. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought K-pop is Korean pop music. Is that illegal? I mean, is it bad or is it illegal? I mean, what's the difference here? Guys, I'm now legitimately confused. Did Cisco and Intel fund money to protesters? Not that I know of. Now you're thinking about cake. Eat some Oreos. Wow. Well, guys, we've hit the bottom of the comments, and the cat's staring at me. So I think what I'm gonna do is, let me actually, I'm gonna actually shut down the Discord now. So shut you down. That way, I'll get the cat up here. All right, kitty, kitty. It's time for you. Time for you, buddy. Oh boy, we got a big bag today. Come on. Come on. Gotta pick you up. I gotta pick you up. There you go. All right, let's see. Let's move Dad out of the way for a second. Let's go ahead and feed the kitty. Feed the kitty. Oh boy, we got a brand new bag. Brand new box. No, don't moon the camera. Don't go that way. You're gonna moon the. Don't moon the people. Don't moon the people. Here you go. Sitting right there. Oh, they smell good. Oh, yeah, they smell good. They smell good. Who they? Oh boy, that's a big one, huh? You can stick your whole head in that box, huh? You just get 2, okay? Because you're getting fat. That's it, buddy. You just get 2. There you go. Yes. Well, yeah? Buddy, here, have a cat pad. Have a cat pad. Come on. He's like, but I want more. Or there was a guy that came in a car and threw a petrol bomb at a peaceful protest just to get the protesters to throw it back into his car. Interesting. Yeah, like, it seems to be what was going on, and, I mean, this is just kind of weird information. It seems to be the case, but we don't know for sure. It seems to be like protesters showing up, and people are coming in and actually doing a good and peaceful protest, and then, no, kitty, you just get 2. You just get 2. You're done. You're done. But then what would happen is that one would go down to the very bottom. A couple guys would come in near the end. They would do a couple little crazy things, and that would kind of start the the mob mentality viewpoint. And when the mob mentality happened, that's what causes the riots to happen. That's what seems to be going on, but I don't know. Trash videos, you're being sarcastic. All right. Nephew turns 5 tomorrow. Well, cool, man. Great stream. Now it's time to go back to the book reading. But before going, put pajamas on. There you go. Have you kept track of how many treats have been fed of this guy? This kitty? He just gets 2 a day now. He gets 2 on the live streams now. Going to his party at 11. There you go. CJ's getting more fluffy, not fat. That's right. He's so fluffy. He's so fluffy. All right. Cat is huge, 20-pound kitty, and he goes through a bag like 4 or 5 days. Yeah, I try not to let him go through that much. Kitty looks like he has a Windows 10 OS. What? Kitty isn't bloat. That's right. CJ wants to moon you. What? You want to show people your new clean butt? Yeah. There have been mysterious pallets of bricks showing up for protest sites. Yeah, that is true. They're weird, like, no construction sites anywhere. Big pallets of bricks have just been showing up. Interesting. Where'd that come from? All right. Virtual hug back. Oh, virtual hug. All right. Kitty needs to switch to Linux. Kitty uses Puppy Linux. That's right. Kitty has System D. That's right. Build a smart cat treat dispenser and send the telemetry to Amazon and Microsoft just to mess with their heads. All right, guys. We are going to wrap this one up here for the night. Just a reminder, I will not be live streaming tomorrow afternoon. No tomorrow live stream. And we'll be back with the next live show. We'll be on Wednesday with another Distro Wars. and then we'll resume our regular schedule from there. So thanks for coming along, everybody, and we will see you next time.